long stems. I got a rifle and rifles with long stems. I got Uncle Sam locked in my crosshairs. I stop, I stare, take a deep breath. With my finger on the trigger, I pull it, releasing bullets till there's none left, screaming revolution to my last breath, or there's no enemies left. Whichever one comes first, and verse by verse, I try not to curse, but then fuck. I'm struck by the fact that life is far beyond fucked up for young Hispanic and black bucks and their female counterparts who are destined to roam inner city streets after dark, finding their friends' bodies outlined in chalk and to be stalked by statistics of early death in 6 feet deep coffins. So they sit coughing, a blunt smoke in the back of 4-door sedans, and it's hard for them to understand that if they lose their life, chances are it'll be by the hands of another black man or woman. That's to say someone who looks just like them, so of course their future is grim, and so is our children, since the children are the future. I messed up. I just started on another one. Excuse me. I'm the first to holler peace, pace, freight, and hotep, shalom, salam. I guess I ain't feeling it. Sorry.
It's the lyrical, political. Every time I get my rhymes and I'ma coming down, and every time I do it, I bust around. You don't hit my sign. You get down in this game with other system. I'm coming in this game and I'm open up, but you don't listen. You get your lyrical vibes when I'ma come on and I'm riding. I'ma tell you how it is in situations that you deciding. You in your own vibe, in your own time. But I'm taking down in the game. I get in my own ride and hop out. But I'ma ride this in the aim and I'ma leave it low. And I'ma tell you how it is where all this smoke gonna go. And everybody listen to me coming with this thing. And every time I put it down, I got my point at range. But now that's not the same. They got me intact with the flow. And every time I get them, I'm coming, but I'm not some more. I'm eating up because I'm hungry and I need the nourish. And every time I'm coming in the game, I need some flourish. And I'ma keep in mind because my capability is on the lifeline. And I'ma take it down for the one time. And every time I flip mines, I got my reverses. And every time I rehearse it, coming in with no curses, put them down and reversing, but you labor not in the black lines. And I'ma tell you how it is. I'm only getting down one time. You don't see the pain in my eye, the fear in my heart. I'm coming with this game and I swear to God, but I'm holding them up in all regards. I'm flipping in this game and I'm taking it, spitting it from the heart. And I'ma get mine until the day that I fall. And looking at me in the game, this is my call.
Woo! Yo, the simple-minded get me twisted when I call him son. Would you prefer me to say nigga when referring to my done? I say son with the you and me, no disrespect. My words are hard to understand and harder to digest. My terminology is a derivative of my philosophy to be separate from the rest. I'll cast it from my birth until my last breath. The psychoanalysis of the paralysis of my racial strange personality. These are some of my conclusions and creates a fallacy of reality. I hope I didn't lose you in my dissertation. Too much lyrical animation and they got me facing imitation, but very few pass the sacred rites of initiation. I let you hang on every syllable in my dictation. So on another manifestation of revelations in my lyrical, some of my words be carnal while the majority of them be spiritual. See, the evidence is empirical. So I continue on my ritual. Habitual tendencies to quote the scriptural. My thoughts have healing power, so called my ish clinical. My style lasts all year, so label my ish perennial. I activate your style, so I activate your mind, so called my ish subliminal.
Question. Where do one search in order to find his language, his culture, his God, and his mind? What do one do when just in a flash? He was robbed of his name, his connection to the past. Now how should one act once he realized that all he was taught was nothing but lies? And who is to blame once this has occurred? And the only actions taken is in the form of a word. Now when do one know that it's time and it's right to creep on his enemy like a thief in the night? Maybe I won't be correct in telling one when, where, what, how, or why. Maybe not even who, but I'll certainly try. First, start with yourself. See, you must look within, because that is where God's language and culture begin. Create a new mindset, not just by changing your names, but by teaching yourself and redefining the whole game. You can't afford to chill for if in fact you do, you reveal to yourself that you're really not true. Now is the time is now, I say, to prepare for revolution each and every day. No more lip service, no more time to complain. It's time for some action, and if there's none, then you are to blame. So here I am face to face with the answer, and it's eating away at the question as if it was cancer. And it's beginning to eat away at me because once you know the truth, you know you're not free. Because we're responsible for the truth, like we're responsible to the youth. And this shit's got me fucked up like it's 100 proof. And then poof, I'm gone like the wind, rolling stone back in once again. I told you we'd win, so check the spin, check the turnaround.
I have a big 10-page plan that sounds good, look good on paper. It seems like we're real intellectual about it, but it's unaccomplishable. I think if we just take what we have, we can work from there.
That's fine if everybody agrees
right.
with it.
That's what I was saying. That's why I want the place to
You know, you got a sister here.
I don't know. I'm feeling really frustrated, like, because I'm maybe I'm not understanding. Like, the concepts that are up here are good, but when you say a vision, to me, like, when I think of what my vision is like, I want to be, and I want my people to be self-sufficient, and I want them to, like, I want them to control all the forms of the system that they want to create for themselves. And so, like, if you say white supremacy, like, do I want to defeat white supremacy just so I can get the job? You know what I mean? Like, it's not clear to me.
Self-determination. This is the point about ideology and understanding and our different levels of, awareness on what we're working on. So, the whole principle thing, we're talking about a vision that folks can work on here, this group dynamic here, not, ubiquitous understanding, vision, or whatever.
So maybe we can add to that, and when we talk about oppression, the practical ways in which we're oppressed, and then like the psychological ways, ideological ways in which we're oppressed as well. So just specifying that there's two different ways, the actual, the glass ceiling type oppression, and then there's like the ideological, I can't think. Just putting the ideological and practical oppression under eliminate oppression.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
In reference to the sister, I helped put some context to why I say global white supremacy. I think one of the things you have to do is recognize, become critical thinkers, and that's going to come through us understanding the historical interior world. White supremacy reigns now, and we talked about the inclusive sovereignty, right? If you're going to eliminate these things, those are the practical means to get there. Cooperative economics, self-determination, those are the things that you use. But your mission is to eliminate that. That's the mission, is to deal with that. And what happens after that, this is not, okay, you eliminate this, then you start doing Umoja. Not that, these things are going to be simultaneous, but you need a mission, you need something broad enough to encapsulate what's affecting black people globally. That's white supremacy.
What she's saying, I think, about white supremacy is that it doesn't matter if we are self-sufficient. It does not matter if white people think they're better. It does not matter what they're doing if what they're doing doesn't affect us. So instead of thinking, oh, let's get rid of white supremacy, why not just think, let's remove ourselves from this to where white supremacy, they can have their head up their ass all they want. If it doesn't affect us, it doesn't matter.
Wait, but see, let the sister finish making her point, because she's moving us forward to what Malika was saying. White people are going to do what they're going to do. We need to start thinking out the box and come up with new paradigms of how we're going to fight a system that we all clearly understand we're oppressed under, or we wouldn't be in this circle. So
that's what the sister was mentioning when she said, we gotta be listeners. You know what I'm saying? That's her point right there.
Trying to put points on the board, you know what I mean, and develop something concrete so we can build on it for the next session. What's the next thing we're gonna put up on practice? Because if we're what I was gonna ask is the list that was before that is that we did establish that we are all on different levels.
Some of the people I can see here named on it, but there are some people who may be here who didn't sign it. So just the folks who didn't sign the sign-in sheet last night, if you weren't here or for whatever reason you didn't get a chance to put your name on it, I'm asking to see if just those folks can put their name on this so that we can make sure we have everybody. That's all.
I just wanted to say that I think we should do it in such a way, and I don't know how this would be written, in such a way that recognizes the ability of people to think for themselves and the ability of people to come to their own consciousness.
So looking at people's inner strength that they already have, right?
That's how we want to word it?
I got another thing. In terms of the vision, can we maybe, the way that I